wounds are too severe. His spirit has gone out of him. He's become old, damaged, broken. His reign is over. There are new rulers now.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, gentlemen. Hammerhand, the MGTOW Monk, back at you one mo again. Yo, man. Yo. So we're looking at this article here from Inverse. Interesting. We're going to read this. Why Black Panther 2 isn't stuck with anti-vaxxer Letitia Wright. It's the characters that matter. Oh, yeah, just not the people that bring the characters to life. I think we can already tell that this is going to be some bullshit, so let's figure this one out. The world of Wakanda will have to wait. After the tragic loss of Chadwick Boseman, it seems like the heir apparent of the Black Panther title would be Letitia Wright's Shuri. Why? Why would it seem that way? Because it's being pushed that way? I mean, that's possible. But I don't know why it would seem that way, that Letitia Wright would assume the throne of a monarch. Why? But that decision was fraught with its own issues. Wright suffered an injury on set, which led production to pause filming for the time being. What's more, Wright is very expressive about her views concerning Charlie 19er, which may have its own consequences towards production. Why? No one is doing this anymore. Why? Why does it have consequences? What consequences for whom? Everybody knows now that the unvaccinated don't spread it nearly as fast as the vaccinated. Oops. And that those who are choosing not to get this poison injected into their bodies, that say no thank you, I'll just accept the consequences, and I'm one of them. Make no mistake about it, your friendly neighborhood hammerman, I'm one of them. If I died tomorrow from the motherfucker, it would not change my mind. It wouldn't change my mind. Can't trust this. Oh, man, these people are fucking morons. With non-citizens being subjected to, well, what do you mean? That's an interesting choice of words. Subjected to vaccine mandates. There is no mandate. There's no mandate. There's a whole bunch of pressure, a whole bunch of blustering, a whole bunch of hemming and hawing, but there ain't no mandate. It's possible that Wright's reluctance to be vaccinated could mean further logistical obstacles. At what point is the trouble not worth it? You know, MGTOW have come across this question from time to time. We just say that the juice ain't worth the squeeze. Is it not logical? Come on now, you Hollywood types. You stupid fucks that write for Inverse that aren't ideologically blinded. Come on, y'all. Is it not logical that Winston Duke would assume the role, the mantle of Black Panther? Is that not logical? Somebody has to come from the royal family. That's not necessarily true. Right? He was fighting him for it in the first Black Panther. He was the runner-up. I guess that's how you can do it. He would be a worthy successor, I suppose. Ain't no need to go fucking bananas about it. You cannot recast T'Challa. Let me say that one more again. You cannot recast T'Challa. You cannot. You have to make it in the movies where everybody understands that he has passed on, that something has happened. You can make any number of storylines or plots relating to how and why T'Challa is not in Wakanda, was assassinated, something. You can make that work. You got some pretty smart folks over here. I don't understand what the problem is, y'all. I really don't. Even though Black Panther Wakanda Forever is currently in production, there are still many solutions that the Marvel project could make. You know, I don't like all of these woulds, maybes, kindas, and coulds. Let's be a little more specific here. You know, the first most obvious option is to cast someone other than Letitia Wright to play Shuri. Why the fuck would you do that? Why would you do that? Whose first most obvious option is it? It's not the fans. The fucking fans love Shuri. You fucking idiots. You lost the main character with Boseman's death, and now you want to recast the fucking sister over a political divide? You must be out of your fucking minds. You want that movie to fail, don't you? Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Marvel can simply recast the role without calling attention to the change. Yeah, because nobody's going to notice. Nobody's going to notice. I didn't particularly care for the character of Shuri, but she kind of nailed it. She kind of nailed it. And I can't picture anybody else doing it. Fucking fools. This isn't unprecedented at all, with James Rhodes being played by Terrence Howard, which I thought Terrence Howard should have continued to play Rhodey. He should have continued to play Rhodey. I know a lot of people like Don Cheadle in that role. I didn't like Don Cheadle in that role. And Bruce Banner, played by Edward Norton, but except it's not part of the Marvel Universe. Okay? That was before the MCU was doing its thing. And everybody knew that once they come up with a new Hulk, that was going to be the guy. Plain and simple. And it became Mark Ruffalo, changing actors over the course of multiple films. The second option is unique to the MCU. Is it really? Let's find out. After the introduction of the multiverse in Loki, it's clear many variants of the character can exist over the course of blah, 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 blah. Okay, I'm not going to read any more of this. What this basically comes down to is Inverse and this imbecile writer here. Who's the fucking writer? Who's the writer? Dace Johnston? Is it Dice? What the fuck ever? Johnston. Imbecile. Fucking imbecile. I don't know what to say, folks. Well, no, that's not true. I'm hardly ever at a loss for words. I know what to say. You go make movies. You make the fucking movie. It's just that simple. It is. This is an overly complicated issue. It doesn't need to be this complex. You just make the movie. You don't have a check sheet. You're not checking off boxes to see what color people are in the movie, or what type of sexuality is in the movie, or if you acknowledged wheelchair accessible spaces in the fucking movie. You just make the movie. And now, because everybody is pushing in this direction, I absolutely 100% believe that indie studios are going to kill Hollywood. Because Hollywood has decided it's going to commit seppuku. It's going to kill itself. Trust and believe that all of this shit that you valued so much when you went to the comic store, it's gone. Believe that the shit that you valued when you went to the movies to escape the fucking brutality of the outside world and the pressures, it's gone. You can't even get good fucking Legos now without sexual politics in them. Folks, that's how this is going to go. The rise of red pill entertainment is where I'm at. That's what I'm invested in. A lot of people are invested in it. Did I absolutely love Superman, Batman, Spider-Man? Hells yeah. Absolutely love them up to a point. When I realized that it was no longer about the character, that it's no longer about the story, but it's about the boxes that you check and the ideologies that you pander to, I am no longer interested in that because the story is gone at that point. There is no more story. So yeah, folks, let's do the best thing that we can do out here in the world. Let's try to treat each other as good as we can. But get your red pill lenses on and start looking for entertainment, good entertainment, outside of these established brands, because these established brands are being used, and they're being used and pointed right at you. You're a commodity. Don't ever forget that. To these people, you're a commodity. I'll catch you on the next one.
Men in alarming numbers are giving up on marriage, and they are teaching their sons to do the same.